This is Southern Cross News with Rachel Williams.
Good evening, everyone. A former Tasmanian woman has been killed by a garbage truck while on holiday in New York. Madison Jane Lydon was riding a bike in a cycling lane on Central Park West when a car veered in front of her. She swerved to avoid it and was hit by a truck. The 23-year-old was taken to hospital where she was pronounced dead.
In the city where dreams are made, a young Australian life is tragically cut short.
And I was just praying to God, to help her, please, God.
Madison Jane Lydon was on an overseas adventure with friends. She had arrived in New York City just days ago. The 23-year-old was yesterday cycling around Central Park when she was hit and killed by a garbage truck. Police say she was riding in a designated bike lane, but an Uber pulled out in front of her and she was pushed into the path of the truck.
Oh no, I will never forget that. That gave me the chills.
In an area packed with people, dozens rushed to the 23-year-old's aid. She was taken to hospital as the truck driver was taken in for drug and alcohol testing.
There's someone doing everything they're supposed to, clearly driving in the bike lane. We know in some of these cases we've lost innocent people because drivers didn't take care.
News of Madison's death has only just reached her friends and family here in Geelong. They say they're shocked to learn her trip of a lifetime could have ended so tragically. The 23-year-old had been a swim teacher at a Warren Ponds Aquatic Centre for almost 2 years.
Bright and bubbly. She's really well liked by her team and also the families that come to the centre.
The family of an alleged one-punch attack victim has pleaded for the community to stamp out the vicious assaults. More than 100 people gathered at a small vigil in Launceston last night, all calling for change.
It's Friday night and there's a crowd gathered outside a Launceston bar. But the mood is sombre. They're here to take a stand against one-punch attacks. Tony Rosier is campaigning for change after seeing her brother-in-law and 4 others allegedly fall victim to attacks.
We want to make people aware that it's just one senseless act, that people don't always think what they do, but one act that can be changed, and everybody around, young people, old people, everybody can actually change that by just stopping that person doing that one punch.
Shane Thorpe also suffered a one-punch attack in 2013. He says it's left a lasting legacy.
Oh, I've experienced paranoia, something terrible. I've just had to stay strong.
One-punch attacks have provoked outrage across the country in recent years. The state government says it's moving to toughen laws so that one-punch attacks causing death can't be argued as accidental.
The legal system works effectively in dealing with cases of assault, but we believe it can be tightened up further, and we'll be bringing in legislation during this term of Parliament.
Sean McComish, Southern Cross News.
A Tasmanian man who received one of the highest war honours is being commemorated a century after he was awarded the Victoria Cross. Lance Corporal Percy Statton's great-granddaughter says she's proud to carry on the memory of one of Australia's bravest soldiers.
Percy Clyde Statton's great-granddaughter, proud to be the bearer of these medals.
What he did is absolutely remarkable.
It's the 100th anniversary since Lance Corporal Statton was awarded a Victoria Cross, receiving it for his bravery on the Western Front in World War I after he led a platoon under heavy fire.
Sadly, Stiles was killed and Upchurch was wounded, and later on that evening, Percy, he went out on his own and brought them back, and that's what he was awarded the Victoria Cross for.
He was also awarded the Coronation Medal for King George VI and the Coronation Medal for Queen Elizabeth II.
Zion Primary School today unveiling this memorial in honour of its former student.
Our younger generation, who are our future, have places to go and go, wow, that's what these people did.
Also unveiled these photos of First World War soldiers taken at the Claremont Army Camp between 1916 and 18.
I just want to tell the story of the ordinary people and their experiences, a bit about their past and what happened to some of them afterwards.
Providing recognition of the contributions servicemen have made, particularly those from Tasmania,
which has a record of batting above its weight.
Louise HEDGER, Southern Cross News.
More than 43,000 meningococcal vaccines have been delivered across the state. The state government is spending $4 million rolling out the free A, C, W and Y strain vaccine with the hope of immunising 100,000 young people.
Right now we're pulling out all stops to ensure that the young people who are eligible for the free meningococcal W vaccine are getting it in a timely way.
So we've already distributed 400 vaccines within the clinic. We've got another 500 parents who have booked their children over the coming week or two.
More than 5,000 children received the vaccine at Hobart's Derwent Entertainment Centre last week. A mass public clinic will be set up at the deck again next weekend. Similar clinics will also take place in the north and northwest in October. Members of the Kingborough community have today banded together to clean up Snug Beach following storms which inundated the area with rubbish.
Marine debris is a huge issue, globally and in our very local communities like Snug. To think about the waste that we're producing, where it goes, the awful amount of it does wash into the oceans.
The event forming part of the Greens bid in upcoming local government elections. More than 600 competitors from across the globe have graced the floor at the Tasmanian Dance Sport Championships in Launceston. All ages spent this morning qualifying for a spot in the finals. The championships attracting dancers competing in Latin, ballroom and New Vogue styles.
As a judge, the most important thing that I'm looking for is musicality, because I think musicality determines our form of dance. This is why we love Latin American or ballroom dancing.
Finals will take place at the Silverdome tonight.
The Derwent Entertainment Centre has erupted to life overnight as the Hobart Chargers won through to the Seabull Championship final. More than 3,000 rowdy fans watched on as the home side held off a physical Geelong outfit to come away with a 15-point win. A season's worth of work culminating into this.
Basketball's back. It's huge, it's exciting, and these guys deserve every minute of it, to be honest.
With the deck packed to the rafters for the first time in years, the home crowd set about making Geelong feel unwelcome as the Chargers shot away to an early lead. But the buckets stopped falling in the second term as Geelong muscled their way back into the match. With the Chargers' army behind them, Hobart rallied, refusing to be intimidated on their home court. Craig Moller finding his range after a shaky start, top scoring with 27 points as Anthony Stewart's men rose to the occasion.
I was really pleased with the physicality of the group. It's something that I haven't seen before, and it's playoff basketball.
With a shot at the Seabull Championship on the line, the Chargers took control in a dominant final term. With the match in the bag, the coach gave his young bench warmers a taste of the action for the final minutes of play.
Mate, I love it. They work hard all year on the training track. They don't get much reward, and to put them out there and have a bit of time, it was awesome.
The 15-point win booking a showdown in Melbourne next weekend with the winner of tonight's prelim final between Nunawading and Kilsyth.
We've protected our home court, we got the win on the road, we set ourselves up nicely, and now we're going to go away and win a championship.
A testament to our guys. Obviously, people hype up our big three, but it's not that at all. Our guys do their jobs defensively and obviously play a role offensively as well. And without everybody contributing, we don't get a positive result tonight.
Glenorchy has kept its impressive Heritage Round record intact, coming back from an early deficit to overrun the Roos and cement second spot on the TSL ladder. Launceston dashed Kingborough's hopes of an upset win, while Lauderdale were in a class of their own at North Hobart Oval. There was no shortage of feeling between old rivals, the Pies and the Roos at Blunston Arena, as the home side booted away to an early advantage. Clarence skipper Brady Jones putting a case forward for goal of the year before Jay Bowden started to make an impact, closing the gap to keep the visitors within reach. Jade Cox sneaking one over the top of Glenorchy's defence, but it was the Pies who stepped up when it mattered, storming home in the final term for the 31-point win. North Hobart provided some resistance on their home turf, but couldn't prevent another blowout in their final match of the season, as Lauderdale proved far too strong for the young D's, coming away the 120-point winners. Mitch Carter helped the Tigers along to an unexpected lead at the Twin Ovals, bombing them home from everywhere to give the home side some hope. But a pep talk from Blues coach Sam Lonigan had the desired effect on his men, with big Hamish Leadham flying high as the Blues class showed through, coming home strong to record a hard-fought 19-point win. Tasmanian teen Ariane Titmus has helped the 4x200 metre women's relay team break a 10-year-old Australian record, claiming gold against the United States at the Pan Pacific Championships overnight. Kate Campbell clocked the second fastest time in history to claim the women's 100 metres freestyle, while Kyle Chalmers powered home to win gold in the men's 100. And finally, in soccer, Olympia may have shattered Launceston City's hopes of an NPL title with an underdog win at Warrior Park. City were the first to strike courtesy of a tidy lob, with Tyler Fisher finishing it off. Eduardo Castaneda squaring things for the Warriors before half-time to keep it interesting. The home side then missing the chance to go one up from the penalty box, but opportunity came knocking again before full-time, with Olympia sealing a 2-1 win.
Good evening. A little rain across the state today, with temperatures generally 2 to 5 degrees below average. Hobart reached 11 today, along with Launceston and Devonport. Burnie 12, which was the state's high today. Smithton, St Helens, King and Flinders Island also making it to 12, 11 for Lowhead, Ouse, Strawn. Maria Island 10 degrees, 9 for Friendly Beaches, and the Harts Mountains and Lyweenie both managing a high of just 3 degrees. The satellite shows a mid to high level cloud band moving into the Tasman Sea, with extensive low level convective cloud moving over the state from the west. A thick mid to high level cloud band is seen here across New South Wales, eastern Victoria and to the east of Tasmania. And this is associated with a strong cold front. The remainder of the country is mostly cloud free. Tomorrow, a surface trough sits near the west coast of Tasmania as the cold front moves further into the Tasman Sea. A high pressure system near the top of the bight dominates the rest of the country. Now a look at coastal waters. West to northwesterly winds ranging from 15 to 25 knots, increasing to 20 to 30 knots during the morning and early afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 metres. A gale warning is current for southwest and coastal waters for northwest to southwesterly winds, a strong wind warning for all remaining coastal waters, and a small craft wind alert for the Central Plateau and southwest lakes. There is also a road weather alert for ice and snow on the roads during the morning. Tomorrow, showers about the south, Hobart 12, Richmond 13 and 11 at Ouse. An early frost for Launceston, 12 with an afternoon shower or two, showers and 12 for Devonport. Deloraine also expecting showers after an early frost, 10 degrees there. Showers across the west, 12 degrees in Burnie, 11 for Strawn and Curry 13. 13 and showers in the east for St Helens, Swansea and Whitemark. Looking ahead now to Monday, showers about the west and far south, mainly fine elsewhere. Showers about the west on Tuesday, mainly fine elsewhere. And on Wednesday, showers across the state with snow falling to 800 metres during the day. Mostly sunny conditions across the mainland tomorrow, apart from showers in Adelaide and Melbourne. Currently it is 8 degrees and mostly cloudy across the state, and it looks like there's a little bit of more wet weather on the way, Rachel.
Oh dear, my garden really doesn't need any more rain. Thank you for that, Carmen. Well, that's your news for now. Thanks for joining us. Good night.